YouTube, man, it's LNH back with another vid. If you guys have not heard the breaking news with what's going on, LiAngelo Ball has actually just signed a G League contract. Yes, a contract. I gotta be honest here, I did not think we would see this day, but the news has just dropped and I'm gonna break down all of it for you. So let's get right into it. Now, if you guys have not seen what's going on, we have to go to the old reliable Shams Charania for the official update. But he actually put out a tweet earlier today that said this: after playing for the Hornets in Summer League, LiAngelo Ball is signing a contract in the NBA G League, sources tell The Athletic and Stadium. Ball will enter the October 23rd draft, where he could be a candidate for the Charlotte Hornets, basically their G League team. Now, that's wild to me. I gotta be honest here. A lot of conflicting news was going back and forth about this dude. You guys know, on one hand, we saw that he was playing well in Summer League, averaged just around 10 points per game during the Summer League, had some breakout games, and was arguably playing a lot better than other people on his squad for the Summer League. And you guys know, they weren't really passing him the ball like that, and he had one game at the end of the Summer League season where he didn't shoot too well, and his percentages did drop. But overall, his game was pretty solid, and coaches said that they were impressed with his game. So when we saw that he was actually not on the official roster for the Hornets, a lot of people are curious and wondering, why didn't he actually get signed? It really made no sense because he was able to play so well. But after some time and a lot of speculation going back and forth, LeVar even put out a commercial that was basically saying that people should buy these Charlotte Hornets shirts that he was selling because both of his boys were going to be in Charlotte. And some people took that news and really took it and thought that he was going to be signed. Others didn't think he would. But after so much time has went by, man, a lot of people gave up hope. But honestly, man, after seeing this tweet, I am super surprised because it had been so long since we heard any news about him. But a lot of people are still holding on to the fact that he was going to get at least an opportunity to play in the NBA G League. And this is finally what it looks like. Now, he's for sure going to have to capitalize off this, but what does it mean that he's actually in the draft? Basically, all this means is that they can pick him up if they want. If they don't want to, they don't have to. But a lot of people are comparing this situation to the Detroit Pistons situation because you guys know he was working out with the Detroit Pistons, but eventually they cut him because, of course, man, there was a lot of speculation. Some people said that he got injured. Other people said that the squad was just using him for clout. And I really hope this is not another one of those situations where a team is just using Jello, because I have to be honest, he was the hot thing in Summer League. Everyone was talking about Jello. There was no doubt. Of course, there were other guys we were looking at, but Jello was one of these guys who had that unconventional route to even get to play in the Summer League. And then how well he was playing, man, it really didn't make any sense why he shouldn't have been moved forward against some of these other guys. But although they probably have overall better previous careers than Jello does, I think he just needs an opportunity. And if he doesn't get put on the Charlotte Hornets squad, I'm going to be very surprised. I think he's one step closer to finally making these dreams come true, but it is still going to take a lot of work. Now, a lot of people are pointing the fact that he's not that athletic and can't really play defense like that. And these are things that he's going to need to work on to move forward. I think that's why the G League is the perfect place for him, because he's shown that he has that talent and ability, but it's just going to take a little bit longer for him really to continue to work, grind, develop on his game. His jump shooting, his scoring ability is one of his best parts of his game, in my opinion. There's a couple of other intangible things: mentality of an NBA player, getting your teammates involved, passing the ball, rebounding, all of these things. I think in combination, if he can sharpen up on some of his skills, he should have no problem actually being able to play on the regular Hornets squad, in my opinion. Now, I think one of the most interesting things about this entire situation was what Shams Charania actually said earlier back then. Now, he had actually put out something saying that most likely LiAngelo Ball was going to get signed by the NBA G League, by the Hornets squad. And a lot of people were looking at that tweet and for sure knows what he's talking about. When he puts out a tweet, it's almost always a fact. For the majority of the most part, the information that comes from him is super solid. So when he was speculating at LiAngelo Ball was getting signed, but all this time had passed. It really was tough because it was hard to really believe and even take that up because so much time had passed by. But the fact that he is the one that was reporting on this and followed up and said, of course, you guys know that he is signing for this opportunity to be able to get on the squad, man, he is almost there. And I think if he just can prove himself one more time, man, and I really don't think he even should have to because of how well he played, but if the coaches were impressed with how well he played, man, now it's just time for them to put action behind that and really put him on that G League squad. Now, the one thing I don't understand about this entire situation was why the Hornets didn't just sign him in the first place. Why make him go to this draft and then try to sign him? It really doesn't make too much sense. And I don't personally think that there were that many guys really ahead of Jello to make him do all of this just to get on your squad. But I definitely would like to see at least one day him and Melo team up and play together, because I think Melo had a huge impact on being able to help LiAngelo Ball get into the organization. Because you guys know how this entire thing started. He was working out with the team probably because of his brother. Him and his brother were putting up shots, and then he started working out with the NBA team, and then they started to have some interest. So Melo is definitely one to thank here, but without the talent of Jello, of course, none of this would have been able to happen. But for sure, it's very interesting the fact that they did not just end up going ahead and sign this dude or help him out, put him on the squad, and instead making him go to this draft. In my opinion, when they do something like that, it makes me question if they're actually truly interested in him or they're just stringing him along because it's picking up this type of traction. And for sure, it's a good marketing scheme because people are still making vids and are super interested into where this dude's career is going to go, even if they're not taking him 100% seriously. Now, personally, I only think there's one thing that can hold this dude back at this point, and it's if he has some type of injury. You guys know, if you get injured on your way trying to make a squad, make it in play for even a G League team or an NBA squad, if you hit any type of injury, you have anything, it's a wrap for you. They're not going to take you because you really only have so much opportunity, and they're going to want you to be healthy and come play right away. So if you're not able to do that, not able to produce and outperform other people and really get on the court right away, they're just going to find someone else to replace you, because at the end of the day, these NBA G League guys do come in and out all the time. Some go play overseas, and even people have said LiAngelo Ball should have went and played overseas, developed more, and then came and played here. And I honestly think, of course, he did play overseas at one point, not maybe in the highest league that we would have liked to see him play, but I think he's done enough and prepared enough and has already played well enough to the fact that we shouldn't even point to him playing overseas. At this point, he should definitely get at least some type of opportunity or shot to actually play on this Charlotte Hornets squad. But fingers crossed, hopefully he does not get injured and he can actually capitalize off this opportunity, and hopefully the Charlotte Hornets are actually interested in him. But you guys let me know in the comments down below, what do you think about this? Is he actually going to get put on the squad, or are they just stringing him along? I'm curious what you guys think about that, because man, this dude's entire career has been basically my career in 2K. He's really been going through it, but hopefully he can make a squad for sure. You guys let me know, drop your comments down below. I appreciate each and every one of you telling each of them out.
The future is bright, you know the vibes.